In this video, I'm going to show you how I would like you to read the textbook. On every day's lesson, in the things to do before class, you will find read chapter something. So if you click on that, there's a message from me here. This is mostly going to say the same thing every time. It's important to note at the beginning, it says note here, we're skipping section 1.4. on significant figures, scientific notation, and round off error. Okay, so that's important to notice. And then if you scroll down, you'll see that 1.4 actually isn't listed here. So if you step through each of these and read them, then you will have covered only the parts that I wanted to cover. I actually don't like to read it this way. So you can see here, all I can see on the screen is the picture. I can't even see the whole caption. So that's why I prefer to do it in the textbook. So I recommend getting a hard copy of it. Tests are going to be open book, open note. So you are free to use the online portion during the test, but I recommend getting the paper copy. And here I've scanned in just chapter 1. So I'm going to just highlight what you need to do. You don't need to go through and read everything. At the beginning, there are big ideas. So look through the big ideas. If there's a picture, look at the picture and its caption. Try and understand how the picture and the caption are related to the material. The big ideas pop up again. It takes about 2 sentences to explain each one sentence here. So there's just a little more detail. Here is a bold word. Physics is something. So read enough here to find out what that bold word means. Then we can just skip all of this. Oh, look, more bold words. So enough of this section to find out what these bold words mean. And again, there are bold words here. There's some more bold words down there. So you can skip most of the text for now. Just pick up these things. So that's it for the first 2 pages. If you go to the next 2 pages, pictures. So let's look at the pictures, see what we're supposed to find out from there. In this case, it's just, we're looking at sizes of things that can be very, very small or very, very large. Here's another picture, find out what that's about, find out what this picture is about, and then, yep, we're done with that page. And, oh, there's some more bold words. Here's an exercise. So the exercises are important. For now, on the first pass, don't bother looking at the solution, the reasoning and solution. All I want you to know right now is what kind of exercises can there be? What kind of problems can we solve? So then just step through, do that, and you should be somehow annotating. What I'm doing isn't really enough. It's best if you have your own notebook, something like that, that you can keep notes in. Here I could start with the picture, except look, we're on 1.4. And you remember 1.4 was being skipped. So if you're using a paper textbook, you still have to remember that. If you're using it online, you don't have to remember that. Okay, there, we're done with those 2 pages. And then you just step through again. Let's see, this is all that, still in 1.4. We're still in 1.4. There, we're done with those pages. Section 1.5 starts there. So then, again, look at pictures, examples. So what kind of questions can we ask? All right, done with that page. So that's the way I want you to read it. The rest of this stuff you don't need to know for the first pass through. So go through each page like that. When you get to the chapter review, once you get here, except for the sections that we didn't cover, hopefully you will already have in your notes everything that's here. If there was something you missed, go ahead and add it. And then after that, it's all conceptual questions and then other types of questions. So that's it. That's the way to walk through the textbook. You can come back after class and look through the other parts that we skipped over, especially anything that wasn't clear in class. You can read the textbook to get a different perspective, which will maybe help you understand it better.